What's going on, Airheads? Welcome back. Airheads is our new name. That's what Brian came up with in Discord, and I like it, so I'm sticking with it. I'm Air. We're here for your daily update. Friday, you made it. It was a boring week, right? I mean, we didn't really move much with the exception of maybe Monday, Tuesday-ish, right? Monday we dropped, Tuesday we ran, then we dropped again. It shook out the market both ways and been trading sideways since. We got a lot to cover today news-wise. We're going to check in on some crypto Twitter stuff, look at some of the influencer meme coins again today, just a quick check-in on them. We got some Coinbase SEC beef and drama going on. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Job numbers came out, missing estimates. We got a lot. Curve Finance Exploiter starts returning some of the tokens. We're going to cover that. Buckle up. We do this every single day. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. And then hop in Discord. First 100 people that join who are active are going to be grandfathered into any type of paywall I do in the future, free for lifetime. Let's just get into it. Let's get you caught up on the news, crypto Twitter, and the charts. So traditional markets are running today. I mean, the Nasdaq's up about 133 points, Dow's up 258 points, Dow rising 200 points as traders cheer strong earnings, and then the jobs report. So yields also pull back a little bit from recent highs, so that's, I guess, good, as those were kind of running away. Whether that keeps up or not, and that's short term just based on these reports, that's probably the more realistic story. But bullish sentiment returned to Wall Street as investors assess the busiest week of earnings season. Amazon jumped nearly 11% to its highest level in nearly a year on profit and offering positive guidance. Apple lost 3% after reporting lower revenue than a year ago. So kind of cool there. 10-year treasury yield also pulled back from its multi-month high to 4.21%. Its rise in recent sessions has pressured risk assets. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is out here saying there is no break the glass plan. He is vowing to stay in the United States. There was a lot of speculation that they were going to relocate overseas, but he is vowing today to challenge the cease and desist orders of staking service by state regulators. Coinbase also, this is coming from the CLO, Chief Legal Officer of Coinbase. So they filed a motion today to dismiss a lawsuit brought by the SEC in June, citing the recent Ripple versus SEC case win, basically coming out and saying that they violated due process, abused its discretion, and abandoned its own earlier interpretations of security laws. So we're starting to see the SEC XRP case being used now in court filings as precedent. So if you don't know, Curve had a huge exploit, right? I mean, this has been shaking the DeFi sector. He's starting to return some of it. He returned $12.7 million in funds. However, Michael Igorov, who is the Curve founder, has like crypto sleuths, 4chan, Reddit, crypto Twitter, following his every single move. He has been offloading CRV over the counter at an enormous rate, which is a little bit sketch. Here you can see, I mean, we can track his wallets. I mean, that's the beauty of this, right? Is he's just been offloading at a constant pace since the exploit. So the most recent trade is $2.5 million CRV tokens to Do Yoon, co-founder of Wobi Exchange. DeFi builders coming together. On one hand, the OTC transactions show that members of the industry can quickly come together when it becomes apparent that a big player has become over leveraged. So if you don't know, he is very over leveraged. I mean, he's at the risk of liquidation. CRV holds up. Curve protocol holds up a lot of other protocols. This could be a cascading effect. If this goes the wrong way, this could be terrible and set DeFi back. Like I mentioned, the Curve exploiter is returning some stolen funds, teasing I'm smarter than all of you. Across 3 separate transaction batches, the Curve Finance exploiter returned a total of 4,800 wrapped ETH and 2,258, so 2,258 ETH to the protocol. That's around 12.7 million in return funds. So the exploiter used the transaction to send a message about their motivation for returning the funds. In that message, he said, I saw some ridiculous views. So I want to clarify that I'm refunding you not because you can find me. It's because I don't want to ruin your project. Maybe it's a lot of money for a lot of people, but not for me. I'm smarter than all of you, they wrote. So he has returned some, but it was a $61 million loot. So it hasn't been all yet. The protocols offered a 10% bounty Thursday for returning the rest of the assets until the end of the week they gave them. So here we go. All God Trading saying there is no new money flowing into crypto. He's right. There hasn't been for a while, since the beginning of the year, really. The moment traditional markets will lose momentum, it will be a race to exit all of the shit projects. He's absolutely right. And he's sharing a lot of the same sentiment I am. I expect another 30 to 50% drop across the alt market very soon. People are way overexposed while interest rates are still absurdly high and no interest from any new money. It's the same summer lull that we had, right? Same summer lull at the 32K range between the last two peaks over 60K. So we had that peak there and the peak there. It's the same summer lull. Kind of take this how you want to take it, but this coming from Vandelay BTC Interstices, Art Vandelay, Kramer, or not Kramer, but George Costanza, right? You guys remember that? You know, maybe some of you guys probably don't, but if you're my age, you do. The number one shitcoin has now lost 60% of its value to BTC since its all-time high in July 2017. ETH continues to lose value to Bitcoin, decaying for 331 days straight now. This is how most altcoins die. It's slow agony with some dead cat bounces, not Luna-like insta candles to zero. I don't know that ETH dies, but you guys know my stance on it. I do think it's a shitcoin. It's a centralized piece of crap, high gas feed, tangled web of shit. This is interesting and scary at the same time. So every single monthly payroll number in 2023 so far has been revised lower to manipulate perception and markets. So we get the non-farm payrolls out and then they are revised later on. That is like, why isn't the SEC like, what is going on? Like, I want to talk about market manipulation. This is market manipulation 100% done by US employees and non-farm payrolls. I mean, it's insane. Is this bullish for NFTs? Post Malone has purchased the Magic the Gathering The One Ring trading card for $2.6 million. Someone paid $2.6 million for a piece of cardboard? Absolutely. The showcases how collectibles still hold a significant value to individuals. And while traditional collectibles have their charm, entities represent a future version of this concept, offering immutable ownership, transparent provenance, and easily transferability, making them a better way to manage and authenticating collectibles. What do you guys think? Is NFTs dead? Are they going to transform into something else? House deeds, for example. What do you think? Are we going to see a resurgence in NFTs? Does this help cement that? What do you think? Is the White House someone on the staff trolling us right now? So Joe Biden's got laser eyes on his coffee cup. Someone in the White House is a Bitcoin hodl agent. So let me kind of zoom out a little bit here. Here we go. Here you go.
I like my coffee dark.
Wild, huh? This is scary. Senator Thomas Carper is shorting the entire American economy. He bought 30K in PSQ, an ultra short QQQ index, on July 13th. He hedged shorted in the past with great results with a HDGE, SH, and PSQ. Wild. A sitting congressman is literally shorting the United States. What does he know? Recession. Senton Carper is a senior member of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee and on the Finance Committee, where he serves as the chairman of the Subcommittee on International Trade, Customs, and Global Competitiveness. Predictably, he's a Democrat. I'm just gonna like, they all do this. It's not a Democrat thing. Like, I know it's fun to pick on the Democrats. It's easy. They're easy targets. But this is a Republican. They do this too. I have a whole series on how to TA. It'll be linked at the end of this video. Follow the liquidity. It doesn't come as a surprise. It moves often. It changes. It could be at 30K 1 second. It could be gone and moved up to 30.5K. And all of a sudden the ceiling gets raised the next second. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, has stated that he intends to prioritize regulations regarding AI over those for cryptocurrencies. What do you think? So the judge told him XRP is not a security, and now he wants to call AI a security. That's a joke. So I saw some tweets from Ben.eth and Polyox and something with Cult now. I've kind of fallen off, so I just wanted to check in and see how all of their coins are doing. Before I even look, I bet you they're all doing shittily. Ben Armstrong's coin, Ben.eth, or Ben.eth started it. Now Ben Armstrong's coin. This is the cult thing that he's talking about. I mean, the Ben.eth he's talking about now. I mean, PSYOP's a flat line. It's nothing. Polly's coin, Pondox, some manipulation looks like it's worth nothing. It's good to see the scammers are still out here scamming, but what's even scarier to see is there are still people cradling their balls in their chats. These people, they have to be bots, right? That has to be bots. There's no way these are real people. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I just wanted to check in, just for my own peace of mind here, just to make sure that I'm still right. Let's check in with Bitcoin. Let's check in with the charts a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time on this today. I'm going to kind of set you up for the weekend, let you know the key levels to watch, where you're going to take entries if something pops off, and then just kind of round it off with maybe a few altcoins. So people, I'm going to make this short and sweet on Bitcoin. So we were, you know, about $30,000-ish right there to about $31,000. That was our range. It was a lovely range. It was fun to trade. Just like this all the previous ranges were fun to trade. We lost it. We lost it at that 31,000 kind of $31,800 range. I got out, I cashed out. I treated that like it was a $69,000 top of the market there. I saw some things on the CVD, some divergences. I just knew it was spent. And it's been falling down since. We got to the bottom of the range. We slipped it a few times. Then we finally slipped it. Now we find ourselves in this really, really tight, you know, almost like a $100 or $200 range here. It's not fun. I'm not telling you guys to trade this. I wouldn't trade this unless I was a professional trader. This is what I do for a living. And I'm not even excited about this range right now. So what I'm waiting for, what you guys should be waiting for and have alerts set up for is when we hit 28,500 or 30,000. You then enter. We hit 30,000. I mean, look at this sell wall here. You take a short. We hit 28.5, you take a long. You know, you reanalyze. You don't just take a long blindly. You know, you got to analyze the market a little bit when you get to that point, because liquidity can move. Liquidity can move 5 seconds after I post this video. You got to always stay up on this stuff. You know, watch my TA series. But it's just a tight range. There's more downside coming, as one would expect right now. There's no new money coming in. It looks like we're going to drop out. We're going to test another level to the downside. That's just what it looks like to me. It looks like alts are going to bleed another 20, 30, 40, 50%. That's just what it looks like. That's what the charts are telling me. You know, you take a look at the alt total 3 market cap, it's heading down again. The bottom of this, the previous channel we're in, and the only reason we broke out of that was the XRP news, and we're retracing it all. A lot of alts have already retraced it. A lot, not all. It'd be another 25% to the downside. I mean, it's coming, guys. Top of that, look at this. You know, we're at it's 1:30 here right now, Central Time. We've erased all the gains. We are now negative on the stock markets. We're negative on crypto. Everything's kind of turning down a little bit. It's what you don't want to see going into the weekend. DXY dumping, but as you would expect, hit that bottom, starting to kind of come back up. So for Bitcoin, I don't foresee a lot of movement this weekend till maybe we get into that kind of CME, the open of the futures. Market starts swinging around Tuesday evening, Asia open. We kind of get hit with both, right? You might see some movement then. Going into next week, hopefully we can find a range and we can range out and we can start getting into some real trading again. You know what's crazy is since I started this channel, we haven't been in a real range. I would love to show you guys how fun that can be. And it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. We are in a summer lull. This happened all previous cycles. It happened between the two $60,000 tops. We got to like that 63, 64, and then we had that summer lull, dip down to like 32,000, 69K, dip down again, summer lull. This just happens. You roll with the punches. It is what it is. Use this time to hone your skills. Learn something new. Set time aside every single night to continuously hone your skills to make yourself better. I do it, and I'm already a good trader. I still hone my skills, still learn, still dive in. And there's some gems out there. I mean, I've been talking about Caspa forever now. So if you haven't been listening to me, why? I mean, I called this. It broke out to exactly where I called it, where I called this breakout, and I called this breakout a week ago. Literally a week ago. And it happened exactly like I said it would happen. So pay attention. I'm not saying to do what I tell you to do, but use it to formulate your own plans. Caspa broke out exactly where I said it was. It's starting to pennant out again. And when you're in a bullish pennant like this, which means that it was a bullish run up, and then you're kind of doing that sideways chop flagging out a little bit, we could be looking at a 0.0562 Caspa again. Now, because we are in uncharted waters, this is an all-time high for Caspa. We're in price discovery here. I'd almost wait for a retest of the 0.0430. So it's very, very possible that we lose this pennant to the downside. Then we're going to retest 0.0430. If we can hold that, that's going to be bullish, and then we should continue to build in an upward momentum. Caspa's bullish right now, guys. I cannot stress this enough. So far, kind of trading within this pennant. You know, if I was going to trade this pennant, I would kind of dial this in a little bit better, right? You know, short the support, or long the support, short the resistance, and eventually you're gonna win it. Matic's playing out how I said it would, right? You lose the 0.068, it's gonna come down, it's gonna bounce up, and we're about to come down even further if this trend continues. Matic, I'm in a short on Matic. Sol yesterday lost the 23.077-ish level. Hit down to that next liquidity level. I mean, look how that just played out. I didn't just draw this. This has been on my chart forever now, and it licked right into it. Now, again, it's attempting to lose that level again, so we're probably going to come back down. Potential short incoming on Sol, about 3%. You know, 5 times leverage, that's a 15% possible win if you get a good entry. Look at Doge doing what I said it was going to do. You kind of had that, like, it was a sloppy one, but shoulder, head, and shoulders, dropped down, smashed right through 0.075. You know, now it looks like we're about to lose 0.7357. So we're gonna come down even further. You know, Bitcoin's dropping right now. I mean, Bitcoin's moving actually finally today. 0.5%. The entire market is being dragged down right now. Dollar, again, coming up a little bit, so it could be a spicy end of the day here. Do we come down and hit this 28,500? If we do, you need to take a long at it, I'm telling you. Unless the momentum is just so strong it smashes through it. I think that's pretty much it for today, guys. You get the point. 28,500, 30,000, that's going to be your levels to potentially enter into a long or a short position. Feel free to chart around. And you see how I do it with these alts, just kind of playing around with them, figuring them out, seeing what's going on. I mean, let's take a look at BNB right now. It's just wild. It's ugly for BNB too. Right? I mean, it's been ugly for a while now. I mean, we're in a larger pennant pattern on BNB. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Daily pennant pattern. I mean, if this broke out, actually, we're just going to take the pennant here. Let's not get too crazy. We could be looking at a $213, $214 BNB. So that's it. Be ready to move. 28,500, 30,000. Appreciate you guys for watching. That's all I got. I'll be around this weekend in Discord. We are doing a Sunday night meet and greet, talk, class, whatever you want to call it. We're going to hang out in Discord on Sunday nights from now on and answer questions. We're going to do screen shares. So hop on in. Discord.gg/Alpha Aere. I have an awesome TA video coming up this evening at 7 p.m. It's about 48 minutes long. Chock full of information. If you want to hone your skills, become a better trader, look for that, and then practice all the stuff that I go over in that this weekend. It looks like it's going to be a slow weekend. So use that time to hone your skills. Appreciate you guys. Later.